Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be the first video that I officially upload. It's going to be like a crochet vlog slash tutorial for these squares right here and the rows that you see. So I had an idea for my birthday that's coming up. You know, shout out all the Pisces, big Pisces, not the little one. Happy birthday to y'all. And so yeah, back to the vision. I had a vision for this rose look that I wanted to wear on my birthday this year. And let me insert pictures of the first square vest that I made right here that I wore to BeautyCon. So I wanted to make another one, different colors of course, add the 3D rose and throw a little fit together. So I'm gonna take y'all along a little process as well as show y'all the tutorial of how I make the roses and then how I start to build a square around them and then the finished product at the end. So I don't know how long this is gonna take, but y'all here for the journey. This is part one. So let's get right into it. Okay, for the materials, we're going to be using a weight for acrylic yarn. I use burgundy. You can use whatever color you want for your roses. Originally, when I started this project, I was using the Big Twist, this one, in the color burgundy. But as we all know, Maria Shayla is no longer with us. So I tried my best to find the color closest to it and kind of just like mix in those color roses with the darker color roses and just make it work. So from here moving forward, we're just going to use loops and threads in the color wine. Okay, and then for the outer color, let me see. For this t-shirt color, because there's going to be three different yarns that we're using. So the acrylic yarn for the rose, also 2 rows of more acrylic yarn, and then this row right here is t-shirt yarn. The t-shirt yarn that I'm using, you can use whatever one you like. I got this one from Shein. It's color burgundy. That's what we're going to be using for this row right here. And then for the velvet, I like different textures in my squares, so we're going to use a different texture burgundy. So this is like a weight for velvet yarn. I also got this from Shein. It's about 100 grams. And then for the last 4 rows, we're just going to go back to that burgundy yarn. Once our rose is all assembled, here's the thing, guys. This video would be way too long if I added the actual rose tutorial, so that will be in a separate video. If you guys want to see that, you can click that one first and then come back to the video or whatever you want to do. But the tutorial for the actual rose part alone will be in a separate video. We're going to start forming the square around it. And to do that, we're going to start off making this little ring that we're going to apply around the rose on the back so we could build on it. So we're going to do that now. All right, now I told y'all this was like half a tutorial. It's not like the real thing, but you know, if you've been crocheting for a little while, I feel like you could follow along if you really wanted to. So basically, you're gonna make a slip knot, and you're gonna leave a long enough tail so that you can sew your circle onto your rose. Once you make your 12 chains, you're gonna make 12 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. You're going to slip stitch into the first chain. Slip stitch into the first chain. And you're going to chain 2. Okay. Then this is going to be like your magic ring. It's like a more secure version, and it gives you more to sew onto the rose, like more of a thicker string to sew it onto. So then with your ring that you just made, you're going to make 32 double crochets, 32 double crochets into the ring. All right, I did all 32. I changed back to my 4.5mm hook. I couldn't find it before. Please don't judge me. This is the first vlog, y'all. Come on, bear with me. What they said, just post it. Just post the content. There's no better time than now than this is me. I'm posting what I got. I changed my hook back to the 4.5. So once you do your 32 double crochets, you're going to slip stitch into that first one. Close it off and then just cut it, because that's the ring that we're going to use. So let's cut that. Okay. Let's pull that down tight. So this is our ring. This is our rose. And you're going to flip the rose over. And the pretty side, the side where the stitches look like they're facing up, that's the part that you're going to put down on the rose like this. And you're going to put that right on the rose, just like that. And then that long piece that we left, this is the piece we're going to use to sew this on. I'll show you guys a few. Yeah, this is how it looks. Make sure that part is down, because when we're done sewing it on, we're going to work on it from here, from the top this way, so we can create the granny square around the rose. If you put it this way, I mean, you could, but it's not going to be as easy to find the stitches as if you were to do it this way. So just do it this way, guys. So let's get our little needle. All right. Somebody told me this trick a while, how to thread it. So you put your yarn over the hole like this, hold it tight, and then stick it through. Look at that. Look how easy that is. Thank you to the girl who taught me that. So we're going to take it. I like to go in this way first. And then all the way kind of dig in it, like you're trying to scoop out the inside. And then come out the other side, the ring that we made. Remember those stitches, the 12 stitches that we made for the ring? That's what we're kind of sewing onto in a circle, so that this is secure. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this all the way around, and I will meet you back when we are done. I just have a few more left. I've just been going around in a circle until I meet back to the start, and I'm going to tie these two together. So let's just do a few more. Make sure to leave enough room in the beginning. Probably should have did just a tiny bit more, but this should be fine. Yeah, this should be. Yeah, this is gonna be the last one. As long as the circle doesn't lift from the rose, you're good. All right, perfect. Then I'm just gonna bring this one to meet in the middle so I can tie them together. Okay. Let's just bring them to the middle like this. And tie it together. Just so that it's secure and it's not going anywhere. Tie it in 3 times. 3rd time's the charm, right? It's not going nowhere. Perfect. And then I'm going to just weave this in wherever. I'll weave this in and I'll come right back. All right, this is what we have. Our rose, turn it around. And now this is fully secured on. And we can start building our square around it. So you're going to turn it this way, and we're going to insert our hook, same size hook, because we're going to use the same weight for acrylic yarn. We're not going to color change yet. You're going to find a spot.
A spot?
I like to find a spot. Yes, baby. I like to find a spot that was where we made the knot and go right after it, so that if we need more stitches, we can do that. All right, we're gonna insert our hook, grab the yarn color that you want. I like to tie mine on. You could pull up a loop, chain 2, if that's what you prefer. I prefer to make a knot. Tie it so you know it's not going anywhere. 3 times too. Listen, trust issues. All right, so after that, you're gonna chain 2. That's like our first unofficial double crochet. Then you're gonna make another double crochet into that same stitch. Then you're gonna chain 2, skip 2, double crochet into that third, chain 2, skip 1, double crochet into that second, chain 2, skip 2, and this is where we're going to make a corner. Corners consist of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets into the same space, chain 2, skip 2, gotta really look. All right, found those right there. Okay, double crochet into the third, chain 2, skip 1. Sorry, excuse my daughter, y'all. She's playing in the playroom. 2 chains, skip 2, and we're gonna do another corner. So corners are 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets into the same space, and then 2 chains. Skip 2 spaces, double crochet, 2 chains, skip 1 space, double crochet, 2 chains, skip 2 spaces, and we're going to do another corner. 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets into the same space, 2 chains, skip 2 spaces, double crochet into that third space, 2 chains, skip 1, double crochet, 2 chains, skip 2, and now that should be your last corner where we started. We're gonna put 2 double crochets. And then 2 chains to complete, slip stitch into the top. All right, there we go. And that's the foundation of the underneath. And now we're gonna start the regular granny stitch. So now, with the same color, chain 2 to that corner space, we're gonna put 2 double crochets, And then into the next space, we're gonna put 3 double crochets. Into the next space, 3 double crochets. To the next space, 3 double crochets. And then the next one is a corner, and for corners we're gonna do 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets. And that's the pattern for pretty much everything else, even when we color change. So in all spaces, you're gonna put 3 double crochets. 3 double crochets into the next space. And 3 double crochets into the next space until you get to the corner. In the corner, we're gonna do 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets. We're gonna do that all the way till we get back to the beginning. All right, I was at the last one. We're just gonna slip stitch into the top. And then we're gonna fasten off and cut. All right, I fastened everything in. That's how it looks now on the inside. Now I'm gonna go ahead and color change to the t-shirt yarn. I'm gonna use this one. And now I'm just gonna add it to a corner. I'm gonna change my hook out since this is a thicker yarn. I'm gonna change it to my 8mm hook. I'm gonna change to this 8mm hook right here. I'm gonna still work with the rows facing me. I'm gonna find a corner. Pull it through. And I like to tie mine. Three times. All right. Now, like the previous times, we're just going to chain 2 and then 2 double crochets into the same hole, because this is the beginning of one of the corners. And then in every stitch, we're just going to move along and put 3 double crochets into every space with this. We're gonna do 2 rows of this color and then fasten off. So I'll meet you back when we're done doing this color change. All right, I just did 1 row of the burgundy. Now we're gonna do 1 more so we can have 2. I just slip stitched into that corner, and we're gonna chain 2. And then into that corner, we're gonna put 2 double crochets and keep going. This is the last row of this color, and then we're gonna color change to the velvet burgundy. I'm gonna do that and be right back. Okay, I finished my 2 rounds of the burgundy t-shirt yarn. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the velvet yarn. I'm gonna pick a corner. I'm gonna use a 5mm for this yarn. Works best. The same thing we did before. I'm just gonna tie it on, chain 2, and then we're gonna continue the same pattern with the 2 double crochets, and then we're gonna move on and do 3 double crochets in each space. This one we're gonna do for 3 rows. So 3 rows with the burgundy. Honestly, you can do as many rows as you like. You can make this square as small or as big. You can use one type of yarn. It really all is preference. So this is just what I'm doing for this particular one. but you can use whatever yarn, however much of it. You can use all one color. It really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna move right along with my 3 double crochets in each space. And I will meet you guys when I'm done with 3 rows. Okay, I'm finishing up my 2nd row here. To our last corner with the 3 double crochets, 2 chains, slip stitch into the top, our first stitch of the round. And then chain 2 for our last round of the velvet with 2 double crochets into that corner to begin. Let's put our stitch marker and then we're going to continue right along with 3 double crochets in each space. All right, and I'll meet you back when we're done with row 3. I went ahead and finished those 3 rows of velvet. Now we're gonna do our final 4 rows back to our burgundy color. And that's gonna be the final border on our square. And again, it's up to you how many rows you wanna do. For these last rows, I'm gonna do 4 rows of burgundy. So I'm gonna grab my 4.5 millimeter hook again, find a corner, and here we go. Two chains, and we're gonna go ahead with the 2 double crochets to start off our corner. After the 2 double crochets, we're gonna move right along and do our 3 double crochets in each space. Okay, so this is what the squares look like completed. I went ahead and made 8, so go ahead and make 7 more so you can have 8 in total. And then we're gonna start stitching them together. I'm not gonna use the mattress stitch. I'm gonna just sew them together with a single crochet so I can see the stitch, because I used a little bit of a lighter burgundy for the seam and I wanted to see that, so I did it that way. So yeah, let's weave in some of these ends and continue to put them together. Let's go. So I finished this whole bottom section. Opens like that. I left some strings hanging at the bottom because I'm not sure if I want to make like kind of like some strings hanging. I don't know yet. We're gonna figure that out. So I just left it hanging just in case I want to add to it or cut it off if I don't want it or like it. And so yeah, I'm gonna continue and work on the top and then connect them together with the belt in the middle, and we'll come back when we're done sewing all this together. now I'm just taking like some stitch markers and I'm gonna mark where I want my neck hole to be on the top. So I just counted from my neck outwards, and I'm gonna put it about 13 stitches. So it can be about that big. Okay, once I got that, I'm going to now stitch that across. So I'm going to start from the inside, and then I'm going to work my way outwards so that my strings can hang from the shoulder. Alright, I'm just going to tuck that as we go and single crochet across. And I'll meet you back when I do both sides. All right, I finished sewing this section on up here by the shoulder, and now I'm going to do the sides going down. But I'm trying to figure out if I want to do it from the top down or from down to the top. Top down. Okay. Let's grab the other side. Like this. Okay, so I decided to sew the belt on first to the bottom section, and then sew the section on to the top, because that's how I did the first one, and it worked out pretty well. So I'm just gonna stick to that because that worked. So to sew on the belt, basically you're just going to single crochet over your belt, whatever you're using for your belt. So I'm just gonna pull it through. Make a little knot, not too tight, because we want to be able to move it. Just like that, and then I'm not gonna crochet over that, well, maybe just one time, and then I'm gonna leave it down because I don't want it to interfere with the movement of the belt. So basically we're just going to lightly, not too tight, single crochet over the belt. Okay, drop that now. This is what we're gonna do. See, and it still moves. Yep, there we go. Perfect. So I'll meet you when we're done going to all the way to the other end with single crochets. Okay, I finished all of that, so the belt is now in. Now I'm gonna slip stitch instead of single crochet, because we don't need that much. It'll be just the same color on top. And I'm gonna connect it with a single crochet, the top of the vest to the bottom of the vest, all the way around like this, and then we should be done after that. Add some finishing touches and we'll go from there. So let me do that and we'll be right back. Actually, y'all, I decided to single crochet instead of the slip stitch because I like how it adds like a little layer, almost like another dimension to it, like contrast and texture. So I like the way it looks, so I'm just gonna go ahead and single crochet the whole way, and then I'll meet you guys back when I'm done. Okay, so I finished putting it together. And I don't know if I want to add like more strings or not. I'm still thinking about it, so we're gonna see. But I love how it came out. I love it. I love it so much. And I can't wait to show y'all the final look. How it looks in the bag. I love it, y'all. I'm like trying to get y'all a good angle, but y'all see. And I'll take pictures and stuff and y'all really see. I'm thinking about if I want to put a rose right here in the middle. I don't know yet. And I can't really ask y'all because when y'all see this video, it'll probably be my birthday. My birthday would have passed, maybe. Who knows? But I know it'll be either my birthday or after my birthday. So I can't ask y'all. So you have to figure this out. Stay tuned to see what I do.